camp. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary to my little country, to my little country. Now won't you join with me and sing this melody? We celebrating 50. Let us live in unity. Put away political party. Even the blind could see this year is history, our golden jubilee. You might have the opinion that we are not independent, and in many ways you are not wrong. But we must have sustenance, not to mention some brilliance, in order for us to move along. Everybody needs someone, no matter your reputation. Sometimes we all need a helping hand. No man is an island. I came to that conclusion. We all need someone to function. This is not time to separate, time for us to elevate. Grenadian, it's time for you stand proud. We have to articulate, we are an independent state. Now to the whole world we singing loud. Happy anniversary to my little country, to my little country. Now won't you join with me and sing this melody? We celebrating 50. Let us live in unity. Put away political party. Even the blind could see this year is history, our golden jubilee. Now I say before I go, we have some national hero, Alien Francis and Kirani James. I was there to bear witness when Miss Hazel and Regis took Grenada to the Olympics. Then Grenada bought champagne when Miss Jennifer Houston became Miss World in her sweet campaign. Then we have Maurice Bishop, the man lift the country up. Up to now we can't stop call his name. Now you see in Calypso, we have Black Wizard and Ajamo, Mighty Sparrow and Valentino. Even some politicians like Kit Mitchell and George Brizan, we have to make sure their name live on. Happy anniversary to my little country, to my little country. Now won't you join with me and sing this melody? We celebrating 50. Let us live in unity.
And good night to each and every one of you. Hope that you're having a fabulous night. Those of you just joining us on the YouTube and the Facebook.
This year
We do apologize for the late start, but I know really what took place there. Was unable to actually start the live. I had to, well, let me not get into the technicals. I apologize.
yes.
But we've started. Hope you all are having a wonderful night tonight.
Come on, let we celebrate independence. Another year of love and excellence
Just making sure everything is where it is supposed to be and how it is supposed to be.
to create history. 1974, 7 February. Come on, let we celebrate independence, development and transformation. Another year to live in unity. Man, we working hard towards the next 50. Now I know we love independence, and we must make sure there is no.
Yeah, it's actually the week of independence, in case you ain't getting the feeling and that kind of. Yeah, it's the week of independence.
We dealing with love, we never deal with no hate. Why? We want people with skills, those of us willing to build. We want people move forward, we don't want coward. To fill our hearts with joy, plenty people must employ. That will solve the problem for us to
And folks, we're going to open the phone lines 440-737-734-7329-3101. Once again, we say a special good night to all the listeners joining us via the various radio stations. Those of you joining us via 91.9, 91.5. Those of you joining us via We Noise Radio.
Come on, let we celebrate independence.
Hope that you all have been having a fabulous night tonight. Miss Mary, good night to you.
Unity.
Camille Teresa Scott, hope that you're having a fabulous night tonight. To those of you who go to call on the studio WhatsApp, you have to give me 1 minute with that one.
Yeah, I will always stand proud because I'm a Grenadian. I will do anything to protect this nation because my neighbor's tree.
I was making sure that I got the stream on and didn't turn on the WhatsApp.
There is no hypocrisy.
But it'll be on in a short.
To stand right here because I'm a patriot. Man, I cannot go nowhere. This is the land of my birth. So much people run away looking for prosperity, but I say not me. I stay right here to build my country. Come on, let we celebrate independence. Another year of love and exuberance. Once again, we come to create history.
No, the Independence Calypso competition took place this weekend. And I believe the winner was Jermaine Simon. Yeah, superstar.
Development and
She has now added Independence Monarch to her list of achievements.
unity.
No, she's a multiple time winner of the Carriacou Calypso Monarch, Carriacou Soca Monarch, Carriacou Groovy Monarch, Carriacou Queen Show. Yeah, she win all of that already. In fact, I think in 1 year she win nearly all of them things at the same time, yeah? And now she's added the Independence Monarch to her tally of wins.
We will
So congratulations to you, Jermaine Simon.
when the pressure getting hectic. We always stand strong. We never get chaotic. Why? Because we have resilience. Grenadian have plenty patience. We doesn't keep
Yes, I'm just trying to get the WhatsApp calls up.
unity. To develop this nation, we must embrace strength.
Meanwhile, you can call 440-7377-347-329-3101.
We celebrate independence.
Yeah, we got some questions to ask tonight, yeah.
Exuberance. Once again, we come to create history. 1974, 7 February. Come on, let we celebrate independence. Development and transformation. Another year to live in unity. Man, we working hard towards the next 50.
Why people keep sending me that one? I don't know. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. Folks, just remember to hit the like button. Yeah, let the folks know that you're on.
Hello.
Yeah, so 51 years as an independent nation this Friday.
Hey, partners. We know what you
But while we go into 51, we still have questions about the spending around 50, yeah?
February 7th is a special
Remember the 14 million or 22 million according to which time you're listening to the Minister of Finance?
you gave.
Because sometimes was 14 million, sometimes was 22 million.
Queen of England, when it return, Queen
And even with that volume of money, you still have a situation where several of the service providers for independence celebrations last year, the Silver Jubilee, 50th anniversary, have not been paid. Yeah, several of them have still not been paid. They're speaking to me, so I know for a fact. I ain't asking a question. I'm making a direct statement. Yeah? So we know during the supplementary budget, we heard how many millions were put aside additionally towards the independence celebrations. And we had the original amount that was placed in the 2024 budget. And even with that, and let's just say, if we're looking at the lower end and we say it's 14 million, because, you know, there's still confusion as to whether 22 million or 14 million. Again, if we're looking at the lower end, $14 million, and you still have service providers who have not been paid. Yeah? You still have service providers who have not been paid, who provided services during last year's independence and have still not received their payments. Yeah, those of you that want to call on the WhatsApp line, it is now operational. Just remember, you may not be able to hear me on the WhatsApp line, so you just have to go ahead with your presentation when you call. We may not be able to interact. Well, I think the last call we got last week, we were able to. But let's see what happens. Yeah, give us a call. Remember, if you're calling either directly or using WhatsApp and you're using one of those devices, like a Bluetooth device, it will degrade the quality of your sound. You won't hear me properly. I won't hear you properly.
So it's time to unveil a plan to put back this country in position number one. So I don't want to see idling. I don't want to get no bickering. Let's continue walking.
Good night to you, Nurse Wendy Ann Maguire.
Show them your flag. Show them your flag. Put it up high and say happy anniversary. Lovely is my country. Everybody, show them your flag. Show them your flag. Show them your flag and say happy independence. To all Grenadians, while we jumping up and waving the flag, we are telling this whole wide world that we are proud to be Grenadian. So
Let me say good night to the Ford squad, yeah?
we get going in.
Not Fraud squad. I said the Ford squad. Yes, the people up there in Ford, yeah.
Everybody show them your flag, show them your flag. Put it up high and say happy anniversary. Love is my country. Everybody show them your flag, show them your flag. Put it up high and say happy independence to all Grenadians.
Yeah, I'm going to respond to all the messages in a short while, yeah? Understand, we had a problem there, so I'm just making sure everything is working properly, yeah? Still doing that.
Life is my soul and life. Sing nice for you.
Oil down time, eh?
February 7th is a special day when all Grenadians should stand and say, hey, 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 let us stand up and take a toast to the island we love the most and keep steering this nation on the right course. I don't care which party you vote in or which politician you back in. Hey, now is not the time for any politicking. Let us forget about the melee, the old talk and the debate.
Yes, and I'm also looking for some information.
On the 7th February, everybody.
Also, to let you all know, the Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique Nurses Association,
Anniversary, lovely.
they are about to have the Independent Senior Tea Party and Brunch.
Show them your flag and say happy independence to all Grenadians. No pressure can make.
And that's taking place at the Remsen Neighborhood Senior Center, 3304 Clarendon Road, Brooklyn,
We went through a vote
11203.
life and
I don't spend enough time in New York. I don't know what to call out and what not to call out. So don't embarrass me.
no one can deny Grenada.
So Remsen Neighborhood Senior Center, 3304 Clarendon Road, Brooklyn, 11203. And that's going to be taking place this Friday, Independence Day. It starts from midday until 3 p.m. So the Independent Senior Tea Party and Brunch by the Grenada and Carriacou and Petit Martinique Nurses Association. Free, free, free. Nice? Yeah. So the elderly, you can go on out to that. Or you can bring the elderly out to it if they can't go on their own steam.
Bless you, Grenada.
So that's going to be taking place this Friday out there in Brooklyn. The Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique Nurses Association. Once again,
Carriacou, God bless you. Carriacou, God bless you. Carriacou.
an association like we're kind of to lean on you because we realize like US aid has been closed down for the time being, eh? Well, they might have to help with some of the things US aid and them not used to help with and things.
God bless you, Grenada.
My goodness, yeah.
Man, take a bow, you have the best design in the world. Everybody show them your flag, show them your
Yes, folks, hit that like button.
happy anniversary.
Again, yeah. So on the issue of the independence last year, as it was our 50th anniversary of independence, let's go to the phone line and I'll come back to that. Give precedence to the phone lines. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon. Good night, Talking Points family.
Hey, so you're hearing me?
Of course, I'm hearing you, Sheldon.
Hey, Papa, you cut and go through string.
I have magic ears. I have the magic equipment for talking points.
Oh, but it seems so.
Yes,
Miss Wendy and Maguire, I see all you having Independence Senior Tea Party and Brunch. I ain't qualifying that.
Sheldon, this has been in existence for over 20 years.
Wow.
We do this every Independence. Well, it's not usually on the day itself, but we do it around Independence time for the seniors. So it's always free, and it's a time for them to come out, put on their national colors, and it's red, green, and yellow.
Nice. So you said
green, and yellow.
So over 20 years this has been going on now?
Over 20 years, and it's always free.
Wow. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know that the Nurses Association has been doing this.
Well, last year we had almost 150 people.
Wow.
So we have live entertainment by Igel Joseph. I'm not sure if anybody he's out there. So for those who don't know him, he sings gospels. So he comes sometimes. No, not sometimes. Let me just say that he comes every year. Last year we gave him an award, so he got a citation from the public advocate because he comes every year and volunteer his service. So we're gonna have a DJ as usual. The food is free. We have roti, curry, stewed chicken, rice and peas, cakes, all of those things. Sorrel, mobby, and so forth. And it's between 12 and 3 because we do it in a senior center where they have their regular activities every day. So we do it between the time that they are there. So that's the time. And this year we happen to do it on the 7th, which is Independence Day, since it's a Friday and I'm off on Friday. So it's when I can have the time to do it. So along with the other members, we're going to be out there. And like I said, it's going to be fun. They come dressed in their colors. They dance. Last year it was fun. The oldest member of our association, oh my gosh, she went down to the ground. But of course she couldn't get back up. We had to help her. But she went down. Let's just say that. And everybody seemed to have fun. So I'm just reminding everyone again, don't forget, and it's going down February 7th, which is this Friday from 12 to 3 at Remsen Neighborhood Senior Center. And that's on 3304 Clarendon Road. And that's in Fun City, Brooklyn.
Wonderful. Now, you know, one of the good things about this is that the elderly folks, the elderly Grenadians from whichever part of Grenada, whether they're from Petit Martinique or Carriacou or mainland, they get the opportunity every year now to interact with friends. So they catch up with them. They remember old things. They remember things from way back in the days and so on. So I think it's a wonderful activity. To them, I think to the elderly, this might be nothing about the food, but more about the fact that they get to see others and interact with them and speak with them. Because when they're up there, some of them inside and they inside, you know, especially around this time of year. When they're inside, they're inside. Yeah. So
it's a good time. And Sheldon, trust me, I'm not just saying that they look beautiful every year when they come out in the colors. Because, you know, I'm sorry to say, but, you know, we have the best colors on our flag, right? I don't care who upset. But that red, green, and gold, it's the best.
You're saying that you're saying that like you're guessing the thing?
No, I ain't guessing it. I'm saying it. And anybody want to come and contest, they could come. So I'm just saying, so when they put those colors out and they come out, oh my gosh, they look so nice and they have fun. And we give them little gifts, little goodies to go home with in a little bag. So they get that. They get to come dance. And some of them like the little old-fashioned music. They're back in time, calypso and this and that. And, you know, they have fun.
Yes. It's wonderful.
Something we have been putting together for them for over 20 years. So those who's listening, it's for everybody. It's not for one set of people. It's for everyone.
All you come out.
As long as you're from the Tri-Island state, you are welcome to come. And if you want any information, they could contact me. I'm Sheldon, 917-602-1476. Rahiman, 646-322-8385. And Joylin, 718-496-3730. Any questions, if they have any questions.
Wonderful.
All right.
And nurse, we know that when you have different activities in Grenada, you always give us a heads up. Anything for the first quarter of Grenada, first quarter of the year for Grenada? Are we going
No,
to be
we don't.
seeing you all?
We don't have anything. A member of the Caribbean Nurses Association, and usually they do a conference. They were supposed to do Grenada when was COVID, and because of that, they didn't. So I'm trying to encourage them to see if they can come to Grenada this year. But we're probably gonna do another mission maybe in the next year or two, hopefully. So we're gonna start working on that, and I'll let you know. What we decide and when we plan on coming.
And outside of that, you all continue to send your packages down and your
Yes,
supplies
we
down.
have a big. Actually, I spent my last 3 Fridays and one Saturday in that meeting hall. We were packing up stuff. We have a lot of beds and supplies, but those are just for the nursing homes.
The nursing homes this time. Right,
Yeah,
wonderful,
yeah.
wonderful.
So we do it all through the year. Anybody call, they will contact us and say that we need beds, we need commodes, we need this, and we get it together. Of course, it takes some time. We pack it up and we ship it out to whoever needs it.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Nurse, we like to thank you for taking the time. And you know what? It's time that somebody, I think I might have to do it then. I've recommended people for national award before and they get through. I think I had to recommend the Grenada Nurses Association for a national award. I think it's time Grenada officially recognizes the association for the work that you all have been doing for the longest time now. It's not last year or 2 years ago, and it's not under one government and not the other government. You all are non-political. You all have been doing this excellent job for many years now, and I think it's time the country itself recognizes you all.
Sheldon, actually, it will be 46 years since that association has been going.
Wow.
46 years.
It's time to
So
be
we
recognized. It's time for us to
Yes.
recognize the association. We recognize in all kind of thing. And I ain't saying that anybody that has been recognized that is not deserving. But I'm saying that the Grenada Nurses Association is just as deserving and needs to be recognized. And we need
And
to
like
work
I
on that.
said, we don't do it for any recognition, but if you give us, we will gladly appreciate it.
All right, my dear.
Take care.
You have a wonderful one.
I just
right.
got in, so I'm trying to get my stuff together.
Okay, no
Good night.
problem. All right, have a good night.
You too.
Yes, indeed, folks. So you hear it? Yes, 440-737-7347-329-3101. And once again, the Grenada Nurses Association, they are having their usual yearly activity. And that is taking place this Friday, Independence Day. It's taking place at Remsen Neighborhood Senior Center at 3304 Clarendon Road, Brooklyn 11203. And for more information, you can call 917-602-1476. That's Wendy Rahiman at 646-322-8385 and Joylyn at 718-496-3730. So give them a call, yeah? 440-7377-347-329-3101.
February 7th is a special day.
Good night to you, Mommy George.
Where you say a special prayer. Say a prayer for this nation. Government and opposition.
So again, we're asking what took place, because here's what, we have heard the amount of money that has been budgeted towards the independence celebrations. We know that there were independence celebrations in various parishes. I do not believe St. Andrew and Carriacou, I don't think you all had. I believe St. Patrick had one. I'm trying to remember. Yes, St. John, I believe, had one as well. But some of the other parishes didn't have. And even without that, we're still hearing now of people wanting to know about their money. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, brother Sheldon. How
Hey,
are you?
I'm fine. You go right ahead, brother.
Yeah. I heard that Independent Day, the Prime Minister will be bringing down someone from Africa to speak about greater independence. This is very laughable. Because even the Prime Minister don't understand the greater independence. He brings on somebody who has no knowledge of the greater independence to speak on Independent Day. But when I look at and analyze this government, this government, they never had any intention of putting anything in place or helping the poor people going to carry matter. We come from morning to have gala, a lot of money spent to having gala and function, have a function. While the prime minister kept spending money, the people going to carry Martinique, they need help, and the government we should help them. Look at the situation with the people carry Martinique, with what Beryl did. The people need the government to help them. Or instead of government to reach out and help them, what the government is trying to have gala. Look, they have a function in St. David. Place well put aside, organized for that function. Just to say something, just to do something ordinary, they got to do something less and do what they have to do. When you try to show yourself like you do something big and great, while the people of the country catching the hell under the administration. And I will say, let the greater people know, the head and the crook of this government performing so miserable is the prime minister. If you as a leader take command and put the troops in order to do what they're supposed to do, what the people are going to compete in Martinique, vote for you all to do, they could do better. But you see, when people don't care and they only care about to fully pocket and to make themselves rich, they will always forget people. But I want to say to the people going to compete in Martinique, yes, we recognize that we made a mistake. Get yourself organized, get it formally organized, look at the voters list and see if we name there. Any name that is see on the voters list the people not living in that constituency, report it because they will give people outside. And you have to look at some funny names on the voters list. Right? Because I think everybody know, and then see a name like Ping, Ping, Wing, Ping, you know that's not gradient. And we have to look at the scrutinized voters list so that when the election comes, you know the people that voting is people that living in Grenada here. People that living here and the people who come in and go. And spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks and come and vote and to keep you in under this administration and they go back in America. We make sure that you scrutinize it and look at, see any funny people, any strange people that live in the village and report that to the office. Sheldon, have a blessing.
All right, thank you so very much, caller. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Yes, indeed. What are you going on with under the comment section? What do you? Behave yourself. Remember to like and share. Like and share the live. Let's see both of them go over 200 likes tonight. Yes, we have to spread the message of talking points, yeah? And from next week, talking point changing back to a bit how it used to be, a little more. Yeah, this last month here, I have been distracted. Yeah, but I ain't gonna be distracted as of Friday. I'm no longer distracted. So we're going to do what we had to do, and who ain't dead badly wounded, eh? 440-7377. That's 440-7377.
This country in position #1. So I don't want to see idle.
Chris London, good night to you. A special good night to you. Always they fight it up.
There's 2 poison in every butt. Show them your flag.
Chris always did the tail.
And say happy anniversary.
I'll give you a special good night tonight, Chris.
Everybody show them your flag. Show them your flag. Show them your flag and say happy independence. To all Grenadians while we jumping up and waving that flag. We are telling this whole wide world that we are proud to be Grenadians. So
And we have a caller online. Hello, good night. Hello. Hello, good night. Hi, hello, good night. Go right ahead.
It's Sheldon.
Yes, sir.
I like this brother, man. Orlando Room, man. I love his spirit, man.
You like his spirit? Yeah.
I love his spirit, man. I have a new name for them, you know. DPLH. Deep hands with long, deep pocket with long hands, man. DPLH. I love the brothers in the spirit, but anyway, it's alright, man. Everything go forward in place. It's just a matter of time. Anyway, nice show, man. Keep it up.
All right, thank you, brother. Yes, indeed. Hey, Orlando, what's going on with the Department of Creative Arts or Ministry of Creative Arts or Statutory Body of Creative Arts? Anyway, we'll ask about that afterwards. Again, we have all this money, over $14 million, that was put aside for independence. The leader of His Majesty's opposition, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, placed in the Parliament of this country in the latter part of 2024 a question to the government asking for clarity in relation to how those funds were being spent. In fact, I don't even think it's in the later part. It was earlier in the year that he asked that question in Parliament. Up to this point in time, no proper answer has been given. And they're going to say they give an answer, which is a lie from the pit of hell. Because they only answer in relation to some. Because what you are asking is who are the service providers that were contracted by government to provide services. The response from the government at that point in time was that the events are still ongoing because it didn't have the extravaganza in St. David and one or two other places yet. They said the events are still ongoing and as such they cannot provide the information in relation to what has been spent thus far. That what they would do is at the end of the celebrations that they would present the information regarding that. And then they gave one or two pieces about this and that. Because we hear about over $1 million being spent in relation to the lights that were on the Carriacou. Notice I said were on the Carriacou. We do not know where those lights are at this point in time. We don't know. Yeah? Monies were spent to erect those lights. First of all, to build them. Then monies were spent to erect them. And then monies were spent to take them down. Because not enough thought went into, is this going to be a permanent fixture and how will it affect? And then you had the situation where the base of them started to rust. Obviously, you're on the Carriacou and they're just, in some instances, inches away from the salt water. Or a foot or two away from the salt water in some instances. So obviously the base of them started to rot, and so due to the material that they were made with, and they were removed. And we're hearing of a situation where at least over $1 million was spent in relation to that. And then it was taken down. Up to now, on the 3rd of February 2025, we do not know the cost of the drone show on the 7th of February 2024. Yes, it was nice. All of us enjoy it. All we're asking, tell us how much it cost. Yes, I enjoyed it. I liked it. Yeah, Dr. Mitchell inside that, so I like that. But if I had the choice between medication for the hospital and the drone show, I would say show me your independence by buying the medication. So that when folks go there, they don't have to call a family member to come down from St. Patrick or to come down from St. Mark or to come across from in St. Andrew to rush and go and get the prescription and then run down in town to try and get it. Because sometimes what happens, as we saw happen last year and year before, and for this year thus far, are situations when people are coming from work and when they get home, quite up in St. Mark or St. Patrick, they get a message, I have a prescription here, can you come down? And then they have to try that. You have to hope they have their own vehicle. Other than that, they have to use public transport, get to town, then either wait for the shuttle or walk up to the hospital, get the prescription, come back down, hope they find a pharmacy open in time, get the prescription filled and bring it back up to the hospital. So you have people that are going through that. That is not me just saying that. You have people going through that. So we're saying We want to know the price of the drone show. Because we want to know if our priority should have been otherwise. Yes, it was nice. Yes, it was our 50th anniversary of independence. And you expect that you would be a bit extravagant with different things that you're doing. But you have to be extravagant but sensible. So maybe you could have done things slightly differently. But now, at the end, 2024 has ended, and we're just a few days away from the 51st anniversary. And yet still the questions posed by the opposition leader in the parliament of this country, are they bothering to take camera and go and tape people on the phone and so on? That's what you all bothering to do in parliament, instead of answering the questions that the Grenadian people need the answers to. That's what you all doing. What you all should be doing is answering the questions that the Grenadian people have, because the opposition leader isn't asking because just that he wants to know. He's asking because quite a number of people are asking about that. And he is representative of everybody in this country. As opposition leader, he represents everybody. In the same way the Prime Minister represents everybody, whether you like him or you don't like him, the opposition leader represents everybody too. So whether you like him or you don't like him, he represents you. So when he's asking those questions, he ought not to be disrespected. Because it's not the only question that he's asked in Parliament and they're just refusing to answer. So we still need to know. Because even after that question was asked, you had the extravaganza in St. David and you had one or two. I think that St. David was the final one they said they had. And then you still have service providers who provided services long before the St. David one, and they have not been paid. They're still asking about the money. They have to be contacting and begging and pleading about their money. So we're asking, where did the money go up? Mali spent about $5 million on staff or something? Because we know Ali was paying some big salary at $10,000 and so on for people in the office. We know that's the kind of money that was passing there. That, I mean, we know for a fact that's the money that was put out. Yeah? So we know that's the big money that was passing for staffing and that kind of thing. Not everybody. You know, some of the lower level people, they wasn't getting them kind of money. So, and we've also heard situations where there are people who are closely aligned to A, the committee, B, the cabinet, C, the party, who are the ones who significantly benefited on a financial level from the activities for Independence 2024. We have heard of husbands of committee members themselves. We have heard those allegations. We have heard of members of cabinet, people who are very, very close to members of cabinet itself. And again, people who are close to the political organization, the National Democratic Congress, who are the main ones who benefited financially off of the $14 million that was spent during the independence celebrations last year. So we're saying the time has come to account. The time has come to tell the Grenadian people, look, we spent this amount and that amount. This government is the least transparent government that we've ever had. You have some blind sycophants of this administration out there trying to give the impression that this is the most transparent government. Lie! Nonsense! This government, you're posing questions in relation to important issues through the parliament of this country. And instead of responding to those issues, listen, let me use an example. Up to this point in time, the opposition leader in 2022 asked the question about the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation. He asked the questions about the staffing, how much money was used to establish the ministry, what the salaries are like of the staff and the responsibilities. We are in 2025. That question was never answered. Let me repeat. We are in the year 2025. That question was asked in 2022. We're in the year 2025. That question has never been answered. Because some people trying to hide something. Because if you hear some salary, I hearing. Hey, papa, yo. If all you hear some salary, 4 people. If all you hear, send me a message. 4 people, send me a message. I miss all your name, somebody. Yeah. So again, we need to know. Because what we are hearing out there, and we've come to the end of the celebrations, the 50th anniversary of independence. We're into the celebrations of the 51st. When you're hearing the allegation out there that even the former reigning independence Calypso monarch did not take part because he still owed from last year. And I wasn't even talking about him when I was saying owed, and a lot of other people do things and were owed. And I just remember him. That we're hearing that he is still owed by the committee for winning the independence monarch last year. Jermaine, I hope you and Rootsman and all you get all your money. I hope all you get all your money. Yeah? So, we need to know what is going on. Because this year, there seems to be a very low-key celebration. When I say low-key celebrations, Grenadians Independence Day, we go do what we just do. But due to the behavior last year of this administration, where you had people that were having activities the night before Independence and Independence Day, Independence Night, and these people were unconstitutionally, vilely, wickedly told that they cannot play any music and you can't have this activity and that activity, everybody go down to the stadium. It said to me that if for your 50th anniversary of independence, you had to pull something like that to try and get people down to the stadium, you for yourself are in trouble. People are interested in being around you. And the mere fact that they were about to do it again for 2025, people were already informed by the Royal Grenada Police Force that the same would have been in place for this year. So that as of midnight, all activities you have on February the 6th, come midnight, all of that had to cease. And then they had to reverse it because there was beginning to have a public outcry in relation to it. And they can't say that that was not what was told to people, because it was told to several people. So they had to reverse it because they realized people started to fight back. But still, many of the people are afraid now. Many of the promoters and people who have the activities, they're still afraid. Because they know last year is last minute after they done buy drinks and drinks load up on truck and then come up and all kind of thing already. And they buy chicken and it's seasoned and they have it there getting ready to do what they have to do. They know it was last minute that they found out, hey, you can't have no activity with music. Or you could stand up around like Mumu and shake all your head and but you can't have no activity. So they're not willing to take that chance that that would happen to them again. Remember, it happened after again. It happened when it came to October 19th. Because some people believe that they are your mother or your father. And they go tell you how you need to behave on a particular day. Or you're fast and out of place. Because they want to tell you how you're supposed to feel on a particular day. And how, listen, North Korea is the only place I know anything like that happening. North Korea, when they say cry, everybody have to cry. And if you don't cry, there are consequences to you not crying. They're throwing you in jail. They're throwing your whole family in jail with you. You ain't going in jail alone. They're making sure that you're company. They're putting you in jail and they're putting your whole family with you. And that's if you're lucky. Because you might find yourself with something a lot worse than that punishment. And your family too. So folks are afraid to say, well, I'll go in and take the chance and go to the credit union and get some money and go and take out, buy some drinks and so, and organize have an act. They're afraid to do it because a chance they're going to be taking that they're not sure that this government in the ad hoc manner that they have been doing things will not come at the end of the day and say, oh, you can't have that. Yeah? But I spent $1,500 for a surgery in Grenada. Lord. Well, that's the second case I'm hearing of that. The second case. Something is going on because this is about, let me see. There's the second person I've heard within the last week that's telling me about having done procedures at the general hospital and picking up infections there. Now, it means something is wrong. It means something is wrong. This is the second person. Something is wrong if people are going to the hospital and picking up infections there. Now, yes, a hospital is a place that you would pick up infections because you have all kind of things going on there. But you have to ask yourselves, again, I always say, when these things happen, ask yourselves, what is causing it? Yeah? So you have to apply critical thinking skills and ask yourself, what is causing it? Are they receiving the proper cleaning materials? Are they receiving the mops and brooms and whatever? Are they receiving it? Are they getting new ones in a timely manner? Are they receiving all of the chemicals that they need to use? The antiseptic and so on to clean the facility properly? Yeah? Are they properly staffed to clean the facility in the first place? Because there's a man. Anyway, but back on independence. We'll come back to the hospital and what's going on there. Back on independence. Something is definitely wrong that we cannot get the information in relation to the spending that took place. And I find it very difficult, extremely difficult to understand how folks who provided services in 2024 for independence, some get paid who did things early up, some get paid, others who did things early up ain't get paid, some other people come and do things late down, they were paid, and some of them who did stuff early up still have not been paid. So you have contractors who did work and were not paid. And you may very well find that those who were paid are those who we mentioned earlier, might be the people who closely related to members on the committee, might be those who in the cabinet or are very closely associated with those in the cabinet, or it might be the others who are associated with the political party. But again, this government hopes that Grenadians have a 48-hour memory span. They're hoping that we speak about something now and then you forget it. So don't worry, man. They're talking about spending for independence. They go drop that just now, man. They have nothing to say about that again just now. Yeah? When we drop the budget on them on the 7th of March, yeah, that's when I hear all you come with the budget. When we drop the budget on them on the 7th of March, you ain't going to hear nothing about that again. Because we go in and say we go in and do this, and we go in and do that, and we go in and do the other, and we go in and do... Come with the projects. Grenadians wait long enough for it. Come with the projects. I hear that budget sweet. When you listen to it, you might get diabetes. Make sure that you have your medication close at hand if you're diabetic. They sweet. I only know if they come with a sweet budget, what they're looking to do soon after. Eh? That's all I'm saying. If they come with one, look out. So let me just say, additional to that, check the voters list. Let me say it again. Check the voters list. Make sure that you check the voters list. First of all, look for your name. Make sure your name is on the voters list. Then, check for your relative's name, who are supposed to be on that particular list. Make sure that they are there. Then, all the other people that you know support and should be there, make sure they name there, because you might very well find people who you believe are supporters and they've been around and they go into a rally and they go into this one election call, they go into a rally and they have on the green t-shirt and they have on and then the biggest NNP they could find, and they have on all the bands on the hand and NNP cap and the waving flag. but they ain't registered. Serious? You see some people like that and they're not registered. So we all have that responsibility to ensure that they are registered. So make sure that they're registered so when that time comes. So look out for it. I hear a kind of budget coming there. But see, the budget is one thing. Implementation of the budget is a totally different story. Because if 14 million for the independence celebrations, and you have a situation where Carriacou could not have the independence celebrations, the parish independence celebrations, because Carriacou was basically flattened by Hurricane Beryl. So you couldn't say you're going and take no money and have independence celebrations in Carriacou. We're not saying that you should have had it. We're saying that you could not have it, and we understand that. But we're saying that the funds that were allocated under that budget to Carriacou, you did not spend those funds for Carriacou. Yet still you have people that are owed. What about the St. Andrew area? St. Andrew, did you all have an independence fiesta for the 50th anniversary? We know St. David had. I believe St. Patrick and St. John had. Can't say if I could remember if St. Mark had. But did you have? And you know a lot of the activities were in St. George. So how come you have a situation where a lot of what you were planning to take place didn't take place, yet still all you still run broke? Is either all you run broke or all you wicked, you know, and all you just not paying some of them contractors? Is either A, all you run broke, or B, all you wicked? It had to be one or the other. Or it could be two, all you wicked and run broke. 440-7377 347-329-3101.
Hello, Grenada.
Good night to you, Mr. Andre Donald.
Hey, partners. Me know what you
And Don Jane says, so where the money?
Listen this. February 7th is a special day when all Grenadians should remember Sir Eric Mac.
I don't think this administration really wants to speak about national security. I see them throwing talk at people and so about national security. You build your police headquarters on a floodplain that if there's a tsunami or a national... Anyway, let me not tell them anything else.
Good thing, Uncle.
Only build it, it's nice. Only build it in a nice place. And right, yeah, okay. That's all I have to say. Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
And celebrate everybody. Show them your flag. Show them your flag. Put it up.
And police officers are not happy. Police officers, let me repeat to you all, police officers are not happy. Yeah. Because this government, they want to discuss retroactive with them at all. Eh? In fact, they say they're not even up for discussion. Eh? So take the other look at things we give away. We ain't getting all of that. Because they find that might be too much money to pay them. So they want to go to the retroactive. They ain't discussing that. They ain't having no discussion in relation to that.
Everybody show them your flag. Show them your flag. Put it up high and say happy anniversary. Lovely spice country.
But let me just say, if you're a person that's involved in military science, and if you're a person that's involved in security, and you believe that you've placed the police headquarters in the best place, you need to be fired. Yeah? That's all I have to say. If you find that's the best place, you need to be fired. Yeah? Although I'm hearing that the advisor has been fired, and I think they say some king or prince or whatever replaced them, I know. I know if it's a king, a prince, or whatever. But I've heard that the advisor for national security, that he should have fired you long, yeah? Waste of time, guy.
We just had a big election, so it's time to unveil a plan to put back this country.
And you know, it's strange that they speak about no succession planning, but within the Royal Grenada Police Force, they've been able to find people to hold the position of Commissioner of Police. So if there was no succession planning, you would have had to do like other islands had to do and go outside of Grenada and find people to bring in as the Commissioner of Police. But they didn't have to leave Grenada and go and find somebody up in Antigua or St. Kitts. They didn't have to go in St. Lucia or Jamaica and find a ex-police, a retired police, or a police that was active and they could entice them to come over to become the commissioner of police in Grenada. Yeah? We had people within the Royal Grenada Police Force that they were able to take and they say, okay, this is a good person to make commissioner of police. And they were able to take the people and make commissioner of police. But the same people that were able to do that, the same people that were able to do that are the same people telling you that there was no succession planning, that the force was in disarray and it had nobody to make, it had too much people to make commissioner. And the main one, that's all you know, is most qualified for commissioner. As soon as his wife became the leader of the new national party, all you send him on leave.
This a special day when all Grenadians should stand and say, hey, hey, hey,
and you all know that is the person that is most qualified to be the commissioner of police, isn't it?
And keep steering this nation on the right course. I don't care which party you vote in or which party.
Bad mind had no end with all your boy. What?
No, it's not the time for any politicking. Let us forget about the melee. The old talk and it come celebrate with me.
They could bring who they want for the independence. I have no problem with who they bring for the independence. But as I said, understand that they are romancing the stone. That's what they're doing right now, you know? They're romancing the stone because they're looking for rubies. They're romancing the stone. The individuals they are going behind, these high net worth individuals, these high net worth individuals they are going behind, some of whom they are offering Grenadian citizenship by investment. They're waiting for the people to come and research and say they want to come Grenada. They're actually going to them. Right? No problem. You're going to them. But understand, the intent there is not just to get anything for Grenada. They're looking to get for themselves as them as individuals. That is my view in relation to it. They're looking to line their own pocket. They want friends who, when they have an election campaign, they could call on and say, we need a $5 million US, and they could give them. Wait until the election campaign, you're going to see them passing around with a bag of money. I ain't saying don't take it if they gain you.
God bless you, Grenada. God bless you, Grenada.
Don't come and try and say you're bringing this one or you're bringing that one because you're so... no, you're bringing it because you're romancing the stone. You're just romancing the individuals and them because you have ulterior motives in the back of your head. Yeah? What they'll say, and is that, yeah, that's what they'll say, that kind of idiotic statement to end that, yeah, and is that, yeah. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside tonight. Let me hear you all.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, partners.
First of all, St. Andrew people, let me hear if you all had an independence celebration, yeah. Let me see if I'm wrong and you all had the independence celebration. And so, I know Carriacou didn't have. Definitely they didn't have.
Remember Sir Eric Matthew.
I think St. Mark had, St. John had that kind of thing. In fact, since when St. John had, that was the way to get the minister to stop flying because the minister wasn't around. I couldn't find that minister. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Sheldon Scott.
Camille Teresa Scott.
Good night, and good night to the Grenadian people. Sheldon, I don't TV, I can't. But I have a little phone.
Okay.
Let me go now. My son is saying a thing for me. I think it's a tablet.
Oh, the tablet, yes.
And I juke it. Because I don't know much about it.
But
and I get to come and talking point.
Yes.
I can send you too. So I could call on the phone. What happened since Friday night?
Mm-hmm.
My TV just block out.
Bonji.
I ain't seen nothing. I went in town. I go to the place, Flow. I don't owe them, I pay them. But you look at this some is either the TV screen.
Yeah.
It gone blank. I ain't seen nothing.
Oh no, but that's
so
the TV
they tell
itself.
me they go come tomorrow and check and see the lines. So I I can't get my TV and Daddy and me kind of download, but that is all right. Patty, good night.
Yeah,
And
because
good night to Mr. Watt. And good night to all my good friends in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I have a friend that was in hospital with me. I want to say good night to her, Miss Jacqueline. But she gone back up to Carriacou in the hospital. Good night, Miss Jacqueline. And Mr. Scott,
yes, ma'am.
allow me please to say
Go ahead.
something about. Well, I have so much of friends, and yet some people have even called to tell me good morning, how I'm doing. I'm not in good health, but I don't want nobody to worry too much because I don't have the appetite to eat much, but I eat today. I make a fish head broth water, and I eat twice. So I feel a little strong, so I could talk. I want to say good night to Dr. Mitchell. And I want to tell the Grenadian people, all you just pray for that man. He's a very loving and kind, love-hearted person. And I have to say that because if you all hear me voice again, this is a testimony. That man, despite what people have to say about Dr. Kit Claudius Mitchell, is a good man, Sheldon Scott. Take that from me. You hear what I say?
Yes, indeed.
That mister will call. He will call morning, midday, evening to know how I doing. That is a friend. That is a friend. He have compassion and he have love. Despite people that say all manner of things, I have family member that they know I sick. I've been in the hospital. I spent 4 days and I asked the doctor to put me out because I didn't like the food. I said, let me come home and eat me some good food to regain my strength. Claudius Mitchell will call me, my friend, I want you to take care of yourself. And he will tell me, take care of myself. And you know, yesterday, I did inside here, the phone give me a little bit when I beat. I watch. Doc say I will be passing, and that man come up that step and look for me. And it's not the first time. Sheldon is not the first time. Grenadians, I want you all to stop saying anything or listening about Dr. Mitchell. Stop it! Papa God go touch them all your mouth and all your back. That man always Sheldon. And I had to say that tonight because I won't able to sleep. I will sleep after. This man always call. If he don't call me in the morning, he'll call me late in the evening to tell me, I hope you take care of yourself, rest. And that is love. And I have people that is close to me. For friends, they never call me. They never come and look for me. I don't have to force nobody to come and see me. But you don't even call to know how I'm doing. And that is what touched my heart yesterday when I see that little man coming up the step. And he come right up and look for me and tell me, take it easy, rest yourself, my friend. And Dr. Kit Mitchell, Claudius Mitchell, always Sheldon Scott. That man always pass and look for me. He'll always call to know what I'm doing. That is somebody that cares. I make 5 children. I'm not saying my children doesn't call me, But that man always call. Every day, if I show you my phone, he always call to find out he has some love. He have a lot of love. So I just warning people like Terry Regis that harassing me when he see me and others that passing and saying things. Do not say nothing about Dr. Mitchell. Papa God will turn on your mouth behind your back. Look at me. Look at me, Camille Teresa Scott. Is nothing for me, and that man call every day to know if I wake up and how I'm doing and how I feel, how I'm feeling. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. A woman called there before morning that they by the hospital step, and she runs him out. And Shaggy program Was not Shaggy what did they? When Shaggy they she me call and say, okay, leave Kit Mitchell alone. Because I would tell all you I don't know about how you sue me, but I don't want nothing. Leave the man alone. I don't want watch. Sheldon, let me say good night to everybody. Have a good night, Grenada. And let's pray for him. He's a good man. He's a good man. Sheldon, good night.
Good night, Gabby. And you have a wonderful one.
You must call the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I want to put on back Minister TV for me.
Yeah, well, from what you're describing there, well, I hope they come tomorrow so you can be sure if it's the TV or that.
I want to go in town to collect something because you have a young man. And I want to say good night to Patrick, our bus conductor.
Mm-hmm.
He come and look for me from Victoria. He come here and look for me. And he take me key and he going in the shop every day to help me. I want to thank him too. And I want to thank Miss Patrice in Boucher. That lady come every morning to give me a coconut water and to see her eat something and everything. So you have some good people here still in this Grenada.
Yes,
you understand,
yes,
Mr. Scott?
yes, indeed.
And I'm very grateful for these people in my life because I don't have the strength, Sheldon. I don't have the strength because the blood is low. That's why I went into the hospital. So I had to eat things to build it back up and to regain me strength.
Yeah.
Good night to all my friends, my enemies, everybody. Good night. God is good. God is good to me and He's good to all of us because we are alive. Mr. Watt, good night. Patty and Matthew, good night in Canada. And my son, God Anthony Scott. God bless that child. And Andrea Scott in Dabo, my daughter. Me and them can't see eye to eye, but they're taking care of the mother. Small how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Good night to my 5 children and my grandkids, Naya and everybody. And baby look in America. Grandmother, get well, get better. And Sheldon, good night to you all.
Yes,
everybody.
ma'am.
I don't know if tomorrow night I will be able to call, but I'm alive.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Okay, darling. Everybody, good night. Good night, Dr. Mitchell, wherever you're there. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Cammy.
Yes, see that.
Yes, indeed.
I get you on YouTube on the tablet.
But Cammy,
I juke that thing until I get you.
You're bad with it,
Good
no, man.
night,
That's
everybody.
it,
Love you all. Bye.
Bye. And I love, you see, the last time we spoke with Cammy, she wasn't singing that energetic. I like how I hear her tonight. I love that. Believe me, I love how I hear her tonight there. She sung as Cammy. I like to hear that. 440-737-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program.
February 7th is a special day. When Grenada and everywhere should say a special prayer. Say a prayer for this nation, government and opposition, so that they could see eye to.
So you want to know, and you know,
hand in hand, we just had a
beginning to think when independence is coming around, I think in my humble opinion too, I think that the business community in different areas like the town and so on, I think they need to start playing a more significant role in the decoration and this kind of thing. You know, but anyway, next time for that. We've got a caller online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I haven't called for a while,
Yes,
but
yes.
I heard Miss Cammy talking to you, and she broke my heart. Miss Cammy broke my heart. When she spoke about Dr. Mitchell, oh Lord, that man, thank you, Jesus, for him. I just going to say ditto to what Miss Cammy just spoke about. My mother always tell me about Dr. Mitchell. She told me how that man loved people and he will do a lot for Grenada. So, Mr. Scott, have a blessed night.
Same to you, sir. Have a wonderful one tonight. Yes, indeed. Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell is a boss. Yeah, I could tell you he's a loving man. Seriously, I could tell you that. And you know the thing? The problem with Dr. Mitchell is that because he's the type of person he is, he does a lot for a lot of people, and you're not allowed to see. You can't go out there and say, well, he did do this and he do that and so forth. You know, a lot of people he does do things for. A lot of people that he has personally helped and so on. I talk about personal, not as government, not as prime minister, personally help and so on. And some of them is the same people that see running them out, most of them out there.
When Grenada
No, karma is a thing, you know. Yeah.
shall pray. Say you pray for this nation, government and opposition, so that they could see eye to eye and walk hand in.
I was saying, I believe that the business community needs to become involved in things like independence, Christmas, and so on. I think we need a collaborative approach on how we have our capital city looking, how we have our other villages or other towns and so looking, like, for instance, Grove and when you pass through St. Mark and you pass through St. Patrick and St. Andrew and so on, even Carriacou, how the place looks. So it can't just be that you're waiting on government to come and get some bunting and go and run and put out. It should be a situation that the business community comes together and says it is independence, it's Grenada's independence, and we are willing to play our part in it. Pay and play our part in it as well. Yeah? So that even if it is to buy some of the buntings or to pay to put up the buntings or to make sure that the place is painted and looks at a certain standard and so on, that the business community should start playing a part in this kind of thing as well, so that it doesn't leave the burden totally on this or any government, because this one ain't gonna be there for long again, but this or any government, that it doesn't leave the burden on them, but that it is shared across the board, because it is our independence. Yeah, it is our independence. So we need to ensure that we celebrate it properly. Nice? Yeah.
Let us stand up and take a toast to the island we love the most and keep steering.
No, Dalma, no, you know. A lot of them who does be there and, oh, Dr. Mitchell this and Dr. Mitchell that and so, because they know he would not say what he has personally done for some. And I know for a fact what I'm saying, what he has personally done for some of them. And them is the people who are out there saying the worst. Yeah.
On the 7th February, everybody show them the flag.
So unfortunate, yeah.
Put it up high and say happy anniversary. Lovely is my country.
440-7377, 347-329-3101.
Happy independence.
One thing with Cammy, I know she likes to look at her international news and so on.
Can make us so red.
And again, just warning you all, prepare, eh?
Like the rock of Gibraltar.
And this time I'm not speaking just about the folks who are in the US and are going to be sent back to Grenada. No, not those that are talking about. Just understand, if tariffs, in other words, if additional taxes are imposed on China for items that are made in China, let's say additional taxes are imposed on items made in China to enter into the United States, it's going to affect the price of those items. And that means nearly everything, from the Nike sneakers that a lot of us like and them kind of thing there. Right, that. The electronics, the mobile devices, and so you think they make those in the United States? No, they make them in China. So the prices, if you say you're putting on a 15% tax or a 10% or a 5% or a 3%, it is going to affect the overall cost. So you may very well find the cost of items here in Grenada going up as well, because the items are entering the United States. Our friends or relatives, sometimes we ourselves shop online, you buy the stuff, and it comes down to you here in Grenada. It's going to, the price of those things is going to increase significantly if things continue going the direction that they are going now. We know that the tariffs that were being placed on Canada, and Canada was about to reciprocate, Canada and Mexico. And I believe the last thing I saw was some agreement had been reached over a period of time to stay their hands over a period of time while certain measures are taken in relation to border security, etc. So we know that that is taking place. But I'm saying that whatever is taking place there, and you have to pay attention. Some people, oh, me ain't listening, Trump ain't listening, and Trump this and Trump that, and I ain't listening. You need to listen because it is going to affect your bottom line. It's going to affect the dollar that is in your pocket. Well, if you have a dollar, sometimes it's 10 cents, but it's going to affect the 10 cents too. It's going to affect your bottom line. And if you're in business, you especially need to be paying attention to what's going on there because it will have consequences for your business. Again, China is the world's main manufacturing hub. So whether it's some of the materials we use during construction, your bathroom stuff, your plumbing stuff and so on, a lot of those stuff, yes, we have some that are made in the Caribbean, but the vast majority of them, look on them, you see the tag? Made where? In China. Your electronics. Yeah? American companies, but made where? In China. Your mobile devices, Apple, Samsung, this, that, the other. Some of them Korean company, American company, made where? In China. So these things are not just happening, and it's not just that something is being signed. Something is being signed, but there is going to be a direct effect on you. And if it means a 10% increase for the people in the United States, tell yourself it's going to mean a 25% increase for you down here by the time it reaches here. So there are going to be effects of these things that we have to be looking for. And that is why I'm saying that this government needs to get its act together. And when it comes to our budget, up to now, they have not mentioned the March 7th budget. They didn't mention when they're going and have the budget. I think it's March 7th. They have not mentioned the date of the 2025 budget as yet. I know that according to Section 21 of the Public Finance Management Act, they can extend 3 months past the end of the financial year, but they can't go further than that. They find themselves in serious problems, constitutionally and otherwise, if they go past the last day of March. So they must do the budget between now and the end of March. They can't do it in April. They can't do it in May. They have to do the budget then. And what is the holdup? Is there some level of incompetence? And again, I can't say that that level of incompetence is taking place at the level of the Ministry of Finance. It has to be at the level of the government. And when I say the government, the cabinet. Because the same people who are in the Ministry of Finance now are the same ones used to be doing budget on time all the time. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Mr. Scott, good night.
Good night, sir. How are you doing?
I'm all right for the time being.
All right. Go right ahead, man. You're live.
I want you to help me to understand something. I understand that in the parliament, while Miss Kate Lewis was speaking, that somebody had some tip or something tip in her voice.
Not a voice. Not a voice. What they were taping is that they were eavesdropping on her conversation using her mobile device while she was at her station in the parliament, which is illegal, which is wrong, which ought not to be done. Yeah, they were taping her information. Who knows? She could have been putting it.
They was taping her.
Yeah, they was taping her.
Right, and have that been reported to the parliament, and what can be done about something like that? Well,
if the person is a stranger to the house, in other words, if the person is just a visitor to the house, they can be banned. She herself can take civil action against that individual for invasion of her privacy. According to the Electronics Crimes Act, she could take, because not only was it taped, they took the tape and they sent it out to a social media influencer who has literally tens of thousands of people viewing their page on a daily basis. They sent that out to that media influencer to try and embarrass her.
Okay, so the person that sent it, are they aware of the person that was doing it?
Well, the parliament has cameras in that location. And at that point in time, the person who was there is the photographer of the prime minister.
So they know who was doing
the person. Well, the assumption is that it's him, because if it's only you that in the back there, at that point in time with a phone and a camera in your hand, when that particular incident took place, which is during the period that Honorable Clarice Modest was speaking.
Okay.
The only individual in the back there was the Prime Minister's cameraman. There was nobody else. When I tell you nobody else in the gallery there, nobody else in the gallery there except him.
So okay, have the party and the opposition report the matter?
That I am not aware of. It may have been done. I believe it may have been done. I don't want to make an outright statement because neither am I a member of Parliament.
Right.
I'm not a member of Parliament, so I am not aware of if it has been officially reported to the Speaker of the House through the clerk. I am not sure if it has been reported.
Well, the news said that the Speaker was out of state.
No. I never said anything about Speaker being out of state.
The news said,
The news. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that the Speaker was out of state. So whether the Speaker was out of state or not, right? Whether the Speaker was out of state or not, that's a matter that should be reported.
No, but what needs to happen here is that the individual, once found guilty, and there's no way that they can't know if he's guilty. If it's only you there, and that happened, then who else do it? From the angle it was done from the gallery. There were two people in the gallery earlier, and then it ended up with one. There was a young lady there who had a mobile device and was taping thing too, and then there was him. And at the point in time that one took place, the young lady had already left, and it was only him. So that leads everyone to believe that he is the one that is guilty of doing that and sending that to the social media influencer. He should be immediately banned from the Parliament of Grenada.
Well, I will hope that the leader of the she's not the leader of the opposition, but the
No, but the leader of the opposition himself, Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, he can raise the issue, but the main person to raise the issue will be the person so affected. So the Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters would have to officially inform the Speaker of the House of what has happened. An investigation would have to take place, and if it is proven that the individual is the one that did that, his press credentials should be immediately removed, and he should be banned from the precincts of the Parliament.
Well, I would like to hear what happened, because the Speaker of the House, we know, seems to cannot control the House.
Then he should leave.
Yeah, what he will say, because it doesn't seem to me, and the Speaker of the House is my good friend, but he seems that he could control the House.
No, he could control the House. He has no intention of controlling the House. He intends to be a participant in the activities of the House. He intends to be a combatant, supporting one particular side in the House instead of being the impartial judge that he should be in the House of Parliament. He could control the House. He has no intention of controlling the House. He allows the government side to be giggling and laughing and getting on like little children over there.
Yes.
Throwing word for people.
That's what makes me see that he can control. He cannot control. But
He could.
I don't think it's things like that we should just let pass by.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, my brother. Yes, indeed. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers to get on the inside. My personal belief, the Speaker of the House, he can control the House if he so desires. Because if he had to put out somebody, he could call the sergeant at arms and put out somebody from the House. He can do it. Yeah, he can ask the police officers there to do what needs to be done and so on. At least we have not gotten the stage. No, my good friend, Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell is the leader of His Majesty's opposition in the Parliament. He's not the political leader of the New National Party, but he still retains the position of leader of the opposition. So I'm not incorrect. I'm correct. Yeah. So I'm saying, I lost my train of thought on that one there. But I'm saying here that what took place ought not to be taken as a simple matter. You do not know if that has been happening for an extended period of time. So you do not know if when Honorable Kate Skeeter Peters is putting in her password, that this individual was over her head taping while she putting in her password. So he now knows the password to her email and her social accounts and so on. You don't know. And remember, he has been around the Parliament doing this thing for close to how much years now? That's 2 years plus. So he's been there. So who knows if he has been staying behind the opposition members, both in the Senate and in the House of Representatives, and he has been taping their conversations on their devices, or he has been taking pictures of whatever documents they have on the table and sending to the other side. We do not know. And as such, an investigation needs to take place, during which period in time the individual needs to be suspended. And if at the end of the investigation, it is found that that is the individual who took that video and sent it to the social media influencer, then immediately that individual's press credentials should be removed, and they should not be allowed to set foot, toenail, or breadth of hair within the precincts of the Parliament of Grenada. They should be immediately banned. That is how it is. But then, we're speaking of this government. You can't expect much from them, so you don't expect that to happen in it. Because it's this group of people we're dealing with. Yeah? So you don't expect that. That's the riding bee. When they jump plane and they go into Rwanda and end up in Nigeria, that is who does be there with them. When they go into China and end up in Dubai and all, that is who does be with them. Yeah? What we do not know is if your money, my money, our money is paying for them to go on those trips, or if it is a situation that that money is being paid otherwise. But we do not know who is paying for their hotel, for their flights, their per diem, etc. when they travel along with the Prime Minister, like if he's Beyonce. Anyhow, we have a caller on the line. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Good night. Good night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I sit down and listening to that. I want to believe that the man don't want to control the house. The man, as you rightfully said, the man just want to align and want to be one-sided. And if he doing that from since how long? It's because they know about it from the speaker go right down to the government side. They know about it and they have the thing well set up. They have the man well set up, and they will not do anything about that man. They don't even investigating that man. So saying that, I mean, you're spreading the word around. Yes, it's true, but you think them bothering with what we saying for now? They leaving that man like do what he want, and no coming out of that easy. That's how them man had the thing set up inside it. You understand? So all what Minister Kate have to do, and she reach inside the press and let it ban the man entirely from inside it. The man cannot come inside it, or else if he had to come inside it, search all the pocket and everything, he can't come inside it with devices.
It's no search again. He should be banned from Parliament. He should not be allowed to enter the precincts of Parliament again. He has committed a serious breach, and if it was me, it was done too. That you, if you tape me is one thing, but the fact that you were taping my device, you went way past taping me. Taping me, I ain't care. I'm talking and you tape me, I ain't care. Whether in tongue, whether I ain't care. But you see, when it comes to taping my device, because if she's putting in a password or she's putting in something, that individual could have taped her password. So now he knows her password to her email accounts, to her social media, etc. They can know what the passwords are. You've done your presentation, so you have your presentation on your table. As some people print it out, even though they have the soft copy, they have the hard copy. And nothing is to stop him from taking pictures of that and send it to the other side. So even before you speak, they are prepared for whatever you say. Because they know, because somebody behind you taking the information. It's like you're playing dominoes and a man behind you telling the other side who are your cards. You can't
so all what she have to do, family, next time, she have to change her password too. Change all the she password, because people just have password for Facebook and for WhatsApp. She could change it.
My friend, not only her, every member on the opposition team needs to change all their passwords and them kind of thing. That is exactly.
I only just saying it to her because it happened to her, but the others have to take stock. They have to take stock of it.
In both the Senate and the House of Representatives. Every one of them needs to change their passwords. They need to change their passwords.
Exactly. And they have to put the pressure on that man, ban the man from Parliament. Ban that man from Parliament.
My friend,
Kate should take more step and take a court action against that man.
Ah, right. That is what I was just interrupting you to tell you. That outside of Parliament, she has to deal with this issue outside of Parliament as well.
Of course.
That individual,
of course, she can't leave that slide.
Because them playing them like to sue. I hear they're going after Jenny.
I hear that too.
I hear they're going after Jenny.
I hear that too.
Go ahead. Climb Gugu tree upside down with your hand and see what we will get. Go and climb that Gugu tree. Interfere with Jenny. Climb that Gugu tree.
Well, when I hear the talk, I start to laugh at myself because knowing Jenny wouldn't come out just so and say certain things which she don't have she back up, which she don't have she plan, which she don't have every information about this thing. So let it go ahead. I don't stop him. But now continue. Go ahead. I encourage him to go ahead. Yeah, anyway, Sheldon, have a good night and enjoy the rest of the day.
All right, my brother. Okay. All they want to climb that Gugu tree. If they want to sue Prince, they want to sue. Why they sue me? All they want to sue Prince, all they want to sue Jenny, all they want to sue everybody. All they going on all their program and all they saying all kind of thing about people. All kind of thing. All you know is not true. All you're going on program and say about people. All you're lying. All you're saying all kind of nasty, derogatory, dirty things about people. And as soon as somebody give all you a two slap, all you want to rush to the courthouse, go in the courthouse. Go. What she must do is make sure and utilize the aspect of that where she will then be allowed to dig into your finances and all other aspects of things. Because she had to defend herself. Get a court, Auntie Jenny, get a court order. You want access to your banking information, etc. You want access. You want to know. Yeah, get access. Threatening to take this one to court and that one to you. Coward! Little sissy. You're coward. You can't take talk. You look a coward. I am to them. They coward. Yeah. 4407377. Give them more lash, Jenny.
How you doing? Hey, partners. Me know what you know. But I'm a
right, climb that Gugu tree.
Listen this.
Don't wear no gloves in her. Climb that Gugu tree with barefoot and
Remember Sir Eric Matthew Gary. Eric formulated a plan. Took it to the Queen of England. When he returned, Grenada gained no independence. So the vexer stretch him out. He was a champion without a doubt. We must now appreciate it.
Well, this thing I seeing here about the prize money for Calypso competition last year, the argument about it being 15 or 50, I ain't taking part in that. Scholar, Mr. Finley Jeffrey is more than capable of arguing his case on his own, yeah? In fact, you go and you joke Jenny, no self I want to see Thursday program. Oh no, Inspector Jenny may be going through documentation. You're wrong. And the Jenny, just check under the police and them, all Grand Roy and thing, check and see the book and them. Check all them thing and them and see who has been arrested over the years and what they were arrested for and thing. Go back to the early 2000s, the late 1990s. Go back there and check, you know what I'm saying? Might be surprised at some of the things you find, eh? Go on, juke thing. Jenny! You say you can't keep a good man down, you can't keep a good woman down either.
It's a special day when Grenada everywhere should say a special prayer.
440-7377-347-329-3101.
So that they could see eye to eye and walk hand in hand. We just had a big election. So
yes, we're into Independence Week.
Put back this country in position number one. So I don't want to see
I know. I just maybe I maybe need to come out a bit more. I know. I ain't fine. I ain't know about all you. I ain't feeling it. You understand?
Show them your flag. Put it up high and say happy anniversary. Lovely spice country. Everybody show them your flag. Show them your flag. Show them your flag and say happy independence. To all Grenadians, while we jumping up and waving the flag. We are telling this whole wide world that we are proud to be Grenadian. So no matter what critics say, we can go.
When they interfere, people don't feel people have nobody to back them up. Hey, I don't understand them.
Everybody show them your flag. Show them your flag.
Yes, they say all kind of thing about people. Yes, they lying on people. Yes, they making up all kind of story about people. Yes, they putting all kind of false news outside there. They cost church, they cost government, they cost police, they cost friend, they cost families. Who they don't cost? Nobody bother them because they realize them don't make sense. But after doing all of that, somebody come and get them a little tap, pap. One time they want to come and sue. Every time somebody says something about them, they want to sue. A sue? They say, who want to sue? Go ahead, man. We'll see how that one come across.
Take a toast to the island we love the most and keep steering this nation on the right course. I don't care which party you vote in or which politician you back in. Hey, no, it's not the time for any.
I'll play a song for Auntie Jenny, man. Let me see if I could, yeah. Yeah, there was that same individual cost number 10 now they're playing the hugging up, yeah. So say all kind of thing about that, call all kind of thing now they come and hug it up. Hypocrite. For me, if you do good, you do good. Four 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to get on the inside. We say a special good night to all the visitors to the Isle of Spice. We've been seeing quite a few of you.
Jenny, what the hell are you doing?
You interfere with the people, Jenny.
Can you see how grieving? You don't trust it. Girl, you really have me freezing in Brooklyn. And all my fantasy.
Come on, hit the like button, folks.
Can you hear the telephone ringing?
Somebody said I was looking at the Justin because I was trying to watch MTV Death News to see if Independence came across. Grenada Independence. Yeah, they want to know when is the funeral. Yeah, they're hoping it's not the 7th, but they want to know when is the funeral of Grenada Independence, and so because they want to attend, they might want to send a wreath, that kind of thing, yeah. Lulu. Good night to you, my friend. Ziggy. Ziggy, no hard feelings now, man. You leave a boy in tongue and you go country and thing, but no hard feelings, man. You know I can't done with you. Ziggy. Yes, Anthony, too. Some people need more than a head scan. Them need to go by Pastor King. Want this video? You want to cost the world. You want to cost the world. But one little house in a village costs you want to come and sue the house. Come on, man.
Jenny.
And go to court, you don't get a dime. Not that dime for you. Nothing. You don't even tell you're sorry.
Well, it's back and all down there.
You go to hell.
When you hit like buzzer from feather. And the soca blasting all.
Sue me. Take me to court. Yeah? For you being an idiot. Take me to court. Yeah.
Everybody doing the soca salsa.
Yes, and I've already spoken to our guests for tomorrow night. I'm going to put up the stuff tomorrow so you'll know exactly. I'm not saying yet. Because some of them are going to say that the guests are we organize and then something else come up and we have to switch. So tomorrow I will put it up. Keep the brown envelopes coming, yeah, because we had to start on the, yeah, understand? Nice, yeah.
Stop the crying. Love when the judge are coming.
So just to give you all a reminder, the Grenada Nurses Association, they've got their usual yearly brunch. The senior tea party and brunch that's going to be taking place this Friday. Independence Day from midday until 3 p.m. No, not in Grenada. It's taking place up there in Brooklyn. And that's at 3304 Clarendon Road at the Remsen Neighborhood Senior Center in Brooklyn 11203. Listen, they could bring with a war for independence, and if they call an election, we know they're losing still, right?
Jenny.
Once all we have to do, and let me take the final few minutes to speak about that. All we have to do, hit the like button, all you. Yeah? Yeah. All we have to do is make sure that we do the work that is necessary, and come the night of the general election, you shall be smiling. You shall be crying tears of joy. You shall be rejoicing. But to get to that stage, there's a lot to be done. And we are not aware of the amount of time that it has to be done in. So we can't sit down. What I say? We can't sit down and say that when the time comes is when we go do this, and when the time comes is when we go do that. We have to do the work now. The addendum to the voters list is now out. That is all the people who have been added within the last quarter, who have been added to the list. That is now out. You can go over that list. You can see if there are people there that ought not to be there, and people who should be there, make sure that they are there. The general list, you can go to the Parliamentary Electoral Office website and you can review that, and you can see there who is on that list and so on. Check for yourself, check for your family members, check for people who look for me and all. Make sure that I am there. Make sure that everybody is there. Don't take it for granted. It's people later talking. That man will come and sing on stage for you. During the election campaign, they register to vote. Yeah? So you have to make sure that you are registered, that all who you know will support are registered, and that the work is done so that on election night you could be smiling. You could be crying your tears of joy. You could be rejoicing because your party has been returned to office to save this country and to ensure that Grenada progresses. That's transformation. Transformation is a subset of progress. The new national party is about progress. The new national party is about the progress of all of us. See people talking about, well, I see the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and he was speaking about the fact that he did some roads and that kind of thing. Yeah? But years ago when NNP said they do roads, these are the same people that used to cuss you and say, well, you had to do that, you're the MP, so what you expect? You had to do this and you had to do that and so on. But now they are the ones that, when they're trying to take praise for things they're doing, they're talking about that. Let me ask them, how much young people you get under a youth program? How many young people have you engaged in St. Patrick East, St. Patrick West, and gotten under youth programs? How many young people who have left the school system or about to leave the school system have you all created training opportunities for? How many of them that want to go into a trade that you all have provided the opportunity for them? How many young people in those areas, outside of the scholarships that were created, that were organized, that were secured during the period of the new National Party to Cuba, because it was Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell who, when all other Caribbean leaders was afraid, they were afraid, after the invasion of Grenada in the year 1983, other Caribbean countries were afraid to have anything to do with Cuba after that. It is Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell that left this little rock and went to Cuba and met Fidel Castro and everybody else. That's to tell you the man I belly. Everybody else was afraid to do it. He went. When he went, the door opened. Because people said, Dr. Keith went? All them other prime ministers, including the Canadian prime minister, all of them started to call. So how it was? You okay? You brave boy. You go there? Nah boy, the American go watch in that kind of way. And Grenadian students, the floodgates were open outside of the scholarships that one or two people were still getting even before that period through the MBPM. And I must say, through the MBPM, some people were getting scholarships. I know for a fact that you had people that were getting scholarships there. You could ask Dr. Terence Marishaw about that. But even after that period, when Dr. Mitchell opened the floodgates now, many more Grenadian students got the opportunity to go to Cuba and train in different areas. And Cuban specialists were able to come in Grenada and help with different areas. China, it was the New National Party. They went and they celebrate. 20 years. Who were the people that do it? Was Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell that went to China and established diplomatic relations with China. So don't feel it's that kind of thing that they go and they go in China and yeah, the prime minister go in China and all kind of thing. And he played Mukuse by the Great Wall. So all they needed to jump over. I didn't say the prime minister needed to jump over the wall. Some of them needed to jump over the wall. I did not say the prime minister. Yeah? But that is the kind of nonsense. So they go there. You couldn't take one member from the opposition. You couldn't ask the opposition leader, well, listen, you are the man that really do the thing. And reach across to him and say, well, come go with us now. Even if he refuse, at least that you make the offer. Or send a member of your team. Because it is your administration that made that move that Grenada has benefited from. You have over 60 people studying in China right now. That is not due to no NDC and Deacon Mitchell. That's due to Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. And the many other opportunities that were created for young people. So again, the question goes to the Member of Parliament for St. Patrick East and the Member of Parliament for St. Patrick West. How many young people get scholarships that was based on something that all you do? Don't even talk about SU. That is Uncle Gary. All you can. So, how many young people get scholarships based on something that all you do? How many opportunities were created for young people by you all in St. Patrick East and St. Patrick West? They can answer them questions, eh? Only must read them questions on them. You understand? Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Point. It's been wonderful being here with you. Jacket man! I just seen you there, buddy. Folks, and everything you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'm out. And we'll be back here tomorrow night from 8 p.m. with more Talking Points just for you. Do enjoy the rest of your night. Love each and every one of you.
It's me again, man, and it's speaker I fix it. You hear me? DJ Scarrow. Boy, I want you. This is the last time I fix in that
crack. That VS speaker, rock attack. No people walking out, people staying out. Throw that speaker out, make it all shit mouth. Listen to the song they singing. The worst speaker, the worst speaker, the worst speaker ever in this house. Say, hey, hey. 2011, you don't know. Speaker, I fix it, boy. Kalai, Wago. What about Adam? Meanwhile, Daryl and Simo. And Yellow of Club DVD. More fire. When a speaker don't have no balance, it's like a fountain bar, bridging ignorance. Take a speaker, plenty bottom, no meats and no tops. The recipe for any party to flop. You can't mix it, you can't fix it, you can't take it to any dance. It's a nuisance, it is bad for the ambience. Is that old speaker that causing that? That same speaker, it is a fact. That old speaker, it have a crack.